What up, though? And welcome to Detroit Street Lords and Legends. Today, we rocking with Henry Blaze Marzette, the Black Godfather of Detroit. Let's get it. What if I died tonight? Lord, what if I died tonight? Nigga, fuck my life.
For real, nigga.
Fuck family and fuck frenemies. And death, the only people I respect to be my enemies. At least they ain't pretend to me and hide they hand. Niggas will stab you in your back and still say they're your friend, just to try to play you again. What you think a nigga stupid for 30 pieces of silver? These niggas turning to Judas. Got me loading 30 pieces to shoot it. He acting clueless. He must have been sniffing cocoa. He think a nigga foolish. Hey, what up, though, America? We back. Today, we discussing the Black Godfather of Detroit, man, Henry Marzette. You feel me? I don't know nobody with no ties to Henry Marzette, man, with the exception of Eddie Jackson Jr. He probably got some ties and know some stories about Henry Marzette, but I don't know him. You feel me? I'm gonna be looking to contact him in a few weeks to possibly get an interview or something like that. But you know, you don't want to contact people till you're ready, till you're all the way ready. So like I said, I'll be looking to contact him in a couple of weeks or whatnot. Hopefully to get an interview, you feel me? But until then, I'll compile some information from a bunch of different sources you may have seen, read, or heard, you know what I'm saying, in order to get this information together. Without further ado, let's get into it, you feel me? Oh yeah, every day. You know, we out every day. Smoke weed every day. Nigga. Yeah. I'm back with it. You feel me? We back now. Marzette was a Korean War veteran who returned home to become an undercover cop in the 1950s. That's crazy. Because a lot of people were saying that it was them war vet type motherfuckers that messed the world up. You know what I'm saying? Messed the babies up with their PTSD and their issues coming home from war and everything. So he was a vet. You know, so he set arrest records as a narcotics cop and was convicted of corruption in the late 1950s because he was playing both sides of the fence. Probably arresting the people that the competition. He's probably arresting the competition, rather. You feel me? But who knows? After a short bid, Marzette set out to take over and completely cut out the Italian mob in Detroit's inner-city drug trade, founding a conglomerate known as the West Side 7. Now that's crazy, you know, I'm from the East Side, you feel me? But them West Side boys got some real heavy hands too, you know what I'm saying? And what's really crazy about this is I read somewhere that the East Side 12 was comprised of a bunch of white boys. That don't even make sense all my life, you feel me? I'm an 80s baby. All my life, that don't make sense. So this gotta be the 70s, you know what I'm saying? But dig this here, man. It was one of the most bloody and violent wars in Detroit history. Over the course of 2 years, 200 murders took place and was contributed to the two factions. The mob was in power since Prohibition, and seeking to change that, Marzette's ambition led him to Malaysia to find a Malaysian connect and help him seize control of the drug trade in Detroit. And he did it. You feel me? On some Godfather status type shit. You know? Excuse my language. I don't be wanting to curse too much. You know how I be. In an effort to stop the war that had claimed 200 lives, the mayor and a few of Marzette's former associates, who happened to be cops, reached out to him to stop the war. In an effort to do so, Marzette contacts the East Side 12, like I told y'all, a group made up of high-level white boy drug dealers or whatnot, to stop the bloodshed. When they told him the only way to stop the war was the death of his trusted confidant and most efficient murderer, Jimmy the Killer Moody. You feel me? That's crazy, man. Because in September 1971, Moody was found in the trunk of his Cadillac Eldorado at the Metropolitan Airport in Romulus. It's crazy, man. I wouldn't have gave him up, man. I wouldn't have have gave Moody up. You feel me? I wouldn't have did it. Like I say, man, you niggas in New York be talking about Alpo this, Alpo that, he killed Rich Blase Splee. Man, this shit is the 70s. It's been going on forever, man. That was his right hand. The man that kept him breathing for that all that amount of time, man. And he put him in the trunk of an El Dorado at the behest of the ops. The ops said the only way to stop was to kill him, and he killed his right hand, man. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, dog. That wasn't even a double cross either. You feel me? Not a double cross. It's just, hey, I gotta do this in order to do that. You feel me? And it backfired. Double crossing Marzette, the East Side 12 killed 6 more of Marzette's top lieutenants in the months to come. So he killed Moody for nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? If Moody didn't die, them 6 lieutenants probably be living. Cause I guarantee you, the East Side 12 was shook of that Moody dude. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't find no pictures of him. Nowhere. Excuse me, he's a ghost, man. I looked everywhere, high, low, wherever you can think, to try to find a picture of this dude, because he's one of the most serious hitters in Detroit history. You know what I'm saying? He almost up there with Boom. But Marzette died, the godfather of Detroit too. You feel me? The only black godfather of Detroit, from kidney disease, kidney failure in 1972. Now this is the crazy thing right here we're gonna get into. 200 murders in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? I think we was the murder capital around then. You know, like 71, something like that. We was deemed the murder capital. You feel me? I bet you wasn't one of them Italian. Somebody jumped in my comments the other day talking about the Italians. I said something about Nicky Barnes telling on Italian or something like that. He told him one of the Italians, dudes like the Italians work with the blacks too. Man, they don't care about us. They wasn't selling that poison to them Italian ladies and Italian dudes. You feel me? They was giving it to the niggas. We don't sell dope, but we'll buy it and give it to the niggas. Get rich off them. You know what I'm saying? Cut it out, man. The Italians are looked down on by white America too. You feel me? They not no better than us, but they feel like they better than a black man. They're better than the black community, so they can buy poison to destroy it. You feel me? And feel good about themselves because they ain't destroying each other. See, it always worked like that until the Italians start shooting that heroin in his vein. They'll give us crack until the white boys start smoking it on Capitol Hill. You know what I'm saying? Then, hey, we gotta control this now. It's getting out of hand. It was out of hand when it destroyed our community. You feel me? But that's crazy. 200 bodies, I wonder how many of them bodies was Italians. You feel me? I bet you it wasn't one. Now dig this, man. The heroin business in Detroit in 1970 grossed $350 million per year, and the Italians controlled it. Hear me again, man. The heroin business in Detroit in the 1970s grossed $350 million a year, and the Italians controlled it. Now, how you think they felt when Marzette cut them out with that Malaysian connect? It wasn't no way not for it to be a war. They had the stronghold on Detroit City, on the inner city of Detroit, the drug trade. When he called that meeting at the 20 grand, he basically screwed all that up with the exception of knucklehead. It's always a knucklehead that don't want to come together. This shit like The Wire. The Wire, the co-op in The Wire. This was the 70s. You feel me? So, hey, who knows? The writers of that might have got some inspiration from this. Or whatever, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Not to say it did or didn't before you jump in my comments saying some bullshit. You feel me? But like I said, this was 71, 70 or whatnot when he called this meeting in Detroit at the 20 grand motel of the most respected drug dealers in the city and offered them a co-op, an alliance with a cheaper price to cut the Italians completely out of it. You dig that? You cut the Italians out of that $350 million, and that's all in the black community. It may be with drug dealers or whatnot, you feel me? But it's still all our money comprised of all our hard work. You feel me? They was getting the lion's share of the bread for just buying it. They wasn't doing nothing but purchasing it and giving it to us at a cost and making all the bread, you feel me? So you gotta respect a man like Marzette's ambition to say, man, cut it out. We can do this ourselves. We gonna do this ourselves, and he did it himself, man. Detroit's Black Godfather, Henry Marzette, man. Ozone O, up for debate TV. You already know who it is when you see what you see, my baby. God bless the real.